Hello, here I am. Today I'm going to read for you. I'm going to read for all of you, all the signs. Just a general reading for April. March is nearly done, and hasn't it been a big month? You might have noticed that I haven't been on because I've had so much happening with readings and personal readings and forecasts and people, and sometimes things just disappear. So I'm back today because I really feel like it's a few days before we start April. We've had a bit of a snap in the weather down here in Tassie, down under. You'll see I've got my winter woolies on today. Bit of a surprise because it's only early autumn at the moment. But yeah, so things are changing, and I really felt that I just wanted to do catch up with you all and do a little bit of a reading for all the different signs today, just for the month of April, and just to see where we end up. Definitely feels very much like we can renew. That's like things are rising up again, as if we can reconnect with our plans that we may have started at the beginning of the year. It feels very much like we can start again now, reconnecting in some ways. So if you've got some goals, I'm sure it'll come out in your own reading here. So they'll be just for the different astrological signs. So I'll start with the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, and then I'll go through all the others. So yeah, the air signs, the water signs and the fire signs. So hopefully I'll be able to put a time on in the comments so that you can see, just to go in if you don't want to listen to everybody else's. I did a little bit of just asking from my cards before I started, when I was clearing my cards, my tarot cards this morning, just to give me just one thing to sit with, and I think I'll leave that actually to the end. Yes, I will. It was just out of the card. It was just one statement for each of the signs. So I'll do the reading first, and then I'll grab that and show you. But yeah, there's some messages there that came through. So, all right. Yeah, so we've got a full moon as well in a few days. So don't forget to do the finishing off of the clearing that I know a lot of people have been doing through March. It's been like all this past stuff's been coming up for everyone, and having to have a look at releasing all that stuff. Is anything that's really sort of still, you feel like it's having a little bit of an impact on your state of well-being? If there's still something negative or feeling a bit, just like a fragment of energy that's just hanging around, see if you can do a ritual at the full moon to just do that final saying, thank you for the lessons, thank you, and free yourself from that, because the clearer you are at the start of April, the more potential you'll have to manifest what you're dreaming about at the moment and what you want. So, okay, I'm just going to shuffle my cards, and I'll start with the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, and we'll see what's in the centre of this for you for April, and then I'll have a look at the general around it. So remember, when we do these, they are general, and I'm aiming to collect up something there for you for April, some information, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't matter. There might be something in there that you can still gain some knowledge from, or some wisdom, or something to take away from it. But in general, there should be something that you'll pick up there that says, oh yeah, I relate to that. Okay. And sometimes it's all of it, We're really in alignment with our stars at the moment. So just hold on there for me. Just splitting. Let's see what's in the centre. Okay, the Empress. So the feminine energy sits very, very much in the centre of your world, relating to at the moment, because we're seeing that right across the globe at the moment, as we see women being brave and strong and speaking out and saying, something's got to give here. And that's all part of this April, actually. It's been March as well. It's where it's come to the head. Now it's going to be where we're going to get an opportunity now to respect, to be respected and to respect. It's not just the females, it's men and women. All have male and female energy within them. It's the yin and the yang that's in everyone. And so often women aren't respecting the feminine of themselves either. So not only are the men not being able to relate, but the women aren't either. So it's all very collective here. So even though women are speaking out, because predominantly they're the female energy, that's the strongest force in most women. So in the center of this, for the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, you're sitting strong and understanding this. So I'm pleased to see that. You might actually be playing a part of the collective energy here too, in a big way. So if you relate to this, the body consciousness, how the female body hasn't been respected, that you're actually playing a part in changing something that's been, for thousands of years, women have been disrespected through their body. And so I feel like you understand that, and you'll stand strong and do something about this, whether you're a Capricorn male or female. It feels very much like there's something there for you to take to the world to change things there. Some little thing that you can do yourself, whether it be finally speaking out or taking action and saying, I'm going to communicate. I'm going to communicate how I feel about this. So it's very much, I've got the Ace of Swords there, so it's definitely decisions are being made around this maybe in organisations that you work for, or you're seeing it. You're seeing some change there, or you're the one that has the role to make that change. Okay, independent women in here too. So letting women be seen. It's coming up as the Queen of Wands. She's the doer. So it feels very much like you can do something, either in yourself, whether you're male or female, you can do something in that feminine part to see the world different, to see the past in a way that's taught and now allows for the change to take place. I'm feeling like the universe wants to tell you something. So whether it's coming out of you or it's coming to you, there's something around this that, it feels like you've got something to offer here. You've got something to offer. Okay, so Knight of Wands, there he is. This is the male energy on a horse. So he's got all these ideas and he thinks he's got it right, but the horse is rearing up and saying, well, you can't go there now. You can't go there now. It's not time yet. So we need to let things settle a bit with this energy too, is what I'm feeling. So if you're wanting to make these changes, that obviously you are, there's something here that you want to do to support, and it might be a program in a school for young women, so that they have understanding. It might be just having your voice heard, or hoping that the different ones in your community will support you in a role here. It might not be quite time yet in this next month, but it does feel like it's coming. So the ideas are there to bring about the change. And this is the change that allows the masculine energy to deeply understand. I hope this is making sense, because it's coming out all in this reading for the earth signs. So I'll be interested to see what comes up for I know this is something that's really dominating the space at the moment in terms of the collective consciousness wanting this feminine rise, but it'd be interesting to see if it comes in the other signs as well. So definitely earth signs, there's something here that you're being involved in, or you're noticing, and you're wanting to take some action. And you might be finding it like hard to see how to go about it. That's why I said it feels very much like it's not quite time yet. But if you just watch what's happening within yourself in terms of how you're feeling about what you're hearing and seeing, or maybe you're not hearing and seeing anything, and it's time to take the blindfold off, and have a look, because here in Australia we've had such massive floods washing over part of our mainland that's been devastating, and into a lot of areas that they've just recovered from the huge bushfires. So the water element is to do with, the emotions, the emotions that are flowing. So when we look at the elements and the fire burns off so much of so much of the past and purifies to a certain extent energy. I'm not looking at that this is the devastation to people's lives, but I'm looking at the elements as energy. And so when we're looking at what's happening collectively or globally, we've had fires and floods, and this continues, and the severity of them is our message. It's our message, so that something needs to come back into balance. And just recently, all the floods that have been, it's definitely, and it's hit Australia at the same time as all of our political despair that's going on with the women that have been disrespected, and this is all coming out in our politics at the moment as well. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot going on in other parts of the world as well, similar. But it is a time for, us all to realise that the intuition comes through the feminine energy as well, So the water's definitely talking, the emotions are definitely talking. And it's time, not to feel vulnerable now, but to feel the strength of our own ability to intuit rather than to control and judge. The judgment has caused the disrespect. Okay, and here's lots of options coming. So I feel like there's lots of options and offers and opportunities on an emotional level for not only the women to stand up and speak, but for the men as well. To join in here and deepen their understanding of how this change is taking place. It's all part of our growth at the moment. Okay, so this month for Earth signs, see what you resonate with here. But again, I've given you the message. It's not time to take action just yet. It's that deepening of the understanding, and you'll see it unfold outside of the month of April. So, yeah. But have a look at what options are there and what choices you can make. So, big month in terms of reflecting on respect and what the feminine represents to you. Not just being a woman. It's the feminine in everything. It's the creative force, that comes up through our being, and for intuition. So you'll be able to develop your intuition really well. You really will. So just work with that energy and see what it means for you. And as I said at the beginning, I was going to give you one message from the cards with each sign. So for the earth signs, the one that came out, it's interesting, is my little tiny symbols. It is, can you see that? Judgment separates. So I guess to strengthen what I just said, judgment's not what this is about. It's not judging men and it's not judging women, because that just separates this so much further away from connecting to our heart and our intuition and the unconditional love, the mother, the goddess energy that came out at the beginning. It's about being able to love and fully love male and female energy so that they come into balance with deep understanding. So that's interesting that you guys got the realization that judgment separates. Okay. Let's move on to our air signs. Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Let's see what's in here for you guys. And I wonder if it's going to be the same. It was really quite strong that came out. It's interesting. I know it's been in the forefront over here collectively for everybody at the moment. It's all we're waking up to in Australia. That's all we're waking up to, is hearing more disrespect and shadows surfacing to be cleared away and sorted out and understood, and lessons learnt. Okay, this is for Gemini, Libra and Aquarius for the month of April. Okay, Wheel of Fortune comes out in the middle of that one. So this looks like there's destiny, there's starts. It's like when I get the Wheel of Fortune card, when it comes out, it says to me, if you've been stuck in a rut, things are about to move. If things have been moving really fast, it's probably going to slow down. Okay, so yeah, this is April, but I do feel majority of you, the message in this is it's about to get going. It's the renewal. So April's a good month for getting started, and it's nearly like you're all destined. You're all destined to have something come up for you that you go, oh, that's what this was all about. This was what this was all about, and I don't feel stuck anymore. I understand. So you've really been working on resolving and releasing things. So I'm just going to go a bit further now. Stability's there too. So it looks like you're looking for more stability in your life, and you've got it. It feels like you're saying, okay, I feel stable enough now to start what I was going to start, or I didn't quite get finished. So yes, it's time to start. And there's lots of ideas. You know, you've got all these, I don't know whether you've been gathering lots of choices or paths, but it's like, it's very fertile for you, April. It feels, yeah, it feels healthy. It feels like you might be starting on a new health. You're getting your health in order. Getting your health in order. You feel good, and you've got everything around you. Your environment feels like, yeah, you're focusing more on how can I be self-sufficient? How can I be healthy in my body, mind, and spirit? It does feel like you've got support as well. So even financial support's coming in there. So it looks like you can grow something. Yeah, money, money, money for you guys. It's just coming out everywhere. So I've had the Queen of Pentacles. I've had the, what's that one? The Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So money, 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 but in all different ways. So it's like some will be in business, some will be working with environmental issues, and some will just have set themselves into a stable position. You're already feeling reasonably stable. So whether it's been in lockdown and you've been able to just not waste, and you're sitting there feeling like you're getting things in order. Something else feels like it wants to come out there for me in terms of past. It does feel like there's been, either for some of you, it feels like there's been some unhealthy situations in the past. It feels a little bit like some may have even had to deal with disease in some way, and it's really like that's been taken care of too. So you know, there might be some new medicine coming up for people that have been suffering from cancer. There might be people that are finding that they're actually their treatment, their health treatment is improving. So it does feel like lots of amazing things happening for the air signs. Yeah, so I'm not sure where I was going there, but it felt very much like family is taking care of stuff too. There's family all around supporting financially or with stability. Can you believe it? I just got the King of Pentacles. So we've got 4 cards out so far, and so there's real destiny stuff happening for the air signs. There's things that are meant to be happening, you know, really meant to be happening in your path. You know, it's like you knew about it before you were born. It's like, this is it. The change is happening. It's taking place right now. And you know it in some way. It mightn't be always comfortable, and it might not be what the ego wanted to do, but it feels very much like what the soul wanted to do. So it's coming to the, yeah, that feels really good for you guys. This is just amazing. The Knight of Pentacles carries you forward with this. All Pentacles have come out from the Wheel of Fortune, which is your karmic destiny. So amazing month for the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, things are coming together. You could be making lots of money. You could, this is on a physical level. You could be breaking through and healing on a health level. You could be dealing with something that is has never been experienced before. So this could be health, this could be something to do with the pandemic as well, that there's a destiny situation arising here for this month. And the Justice card's the final card that comes out on that. So that's part of that balance. That's part of you get what you deserve. So it's very interesting. When I see that Justice card, usually it feels like just desserts. It feels like this is where you've been taken to through your whole soul journey. So there's something that really comes together for you. It feels really good for you guys, air signs. So amazing. All right, I'm really interested. Here's your little card. So the card that I took out, there's a little symbol, but here on the front of it, is it true? Who's asking that? Who's asking that? Is it true? That's all you've got to say to yourself. Is this true? So if you're having a negative thought, this can't be right, this can't be true. Maybe it could be, just maybe it could be. Question your question and see if you can find a way to be at ease here, because I feel very much like the Wheel of Fortune is definitely yours. So lots of stuff could be interesting. It doesn't mean it's all going to be positive, but it does feel very soul connected and very blessed. Okay, so if there is lessons in there, welcome them in so that you grow and deepen your understanding. But you get the balance, it's the balancing of energy. It's a karmic balance. Bringing balance back for you as well. Okay, that's amazing reading. Whew. All those pentacles, and then to end up, and the Major Arcana card with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sort of reeling a little bit for you guys. Okay. And I do have, that was the air signs. I do have a few family members that are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. No, I don't think I know any Geminis, but I definitely have Aquarius and Libra in my family. So it'll be interesting to watch what takes place there. Okay, we're moving on to the water signs, our lovely water signs, our emotional signs. Certainly connect with the water element at the moment. So Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces, this is the reading for you. Let's have a look what's the main area of focus for the month of April for you. Keeping in mind this is a general reading, so you mightn't relate to all of it. Okay, something's coming to an end. Something's finishing, or you're walking away from something. So it's all done and dusted, okay? This, because it's the swords, the Five of Swords will always relates to me as that, turning away from too much mind activity, too much that has caused me stress, too much, and it's like you're finishing that off. You don't want to be so overthinking of things, okay? So definitely a time for finishing, okay? Well, on whatever level this means, but I feel like because it is the swords, it could be related to stress, okay? So that's all coming to an end. It's interesting with, I keep getting layers of things that come in clairvoyantly or from guidance, but it's also looking like some are turning away from, this could be injections, so this could be turning away from vaccines as well, or not knowing what to do there, really not knowing what to do. So did I just stop myself, or are we still going? We're still going, that's all right. My screen just went black. Okay, so, and sometimes I hit it accidentally, so which is not fun when you're recording. Okay, so for the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces, you're walking away from something. You might be turning the other cheek where vaccines are concerned. It does look like, or it's just finished now because the vaccine is out. There's an attitude of that there too. I've got sort of like three attitudes in one here with that card. But definitely something's coming to an end. Time to celebrate too. So the feminine energy comes in here, but this is also for the water signs. So when I get the Three of Cups, she's celebrating. The woman celebrating. The feminine celebrating. So yes, there's a feeling that you are part of the celebration of finally something's being done here. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you have this ability to work with a higher vibration of feminine energy too. So your intuition is elevated. You're becoming more conscious of that. You're able to align with the ones that are the perfect alignment for you to work more powerfully with your feminine energy. So celebrate that. Whether you're male or female, you might be starting to walk into using what I'm doing here, mainstreaming your connection to your spiritual awareness, being in groups that are vibrating higher. You're becoming leaders in that as well. I have a feeling that last month, or maybe I missed a month, maybe it was February, I really felt the water signs were actually becoming forefront leaders in this. They weren't feeling quite like they had everything ready to go, but now you do. All the ideas, everything that you've been putting in place, it's time. It's like you will be heard if you speak. You will be heard and supported when you speak. In fact, you'll be asked to speak, it feels like. You'll be asked to share your ideas. And I think there's many more men coming through now that are quite surprised at their own sensitivity, at their own level of emotion that's coming up, that they can feel changes. The feminine may be bringing up feelings of identity crisis as well. Who am I? But let it come through you and develop that energy, because you're really going to be a valuable leader if you stand in a male body with your intuition and your ability to guide, and to teach. So I see that many will be coming that way. You understand what I'm talking about, water signs, because you've always been sensitive. You've always been sensitive in terms of feelings. That's how you operate. So let that be your accelerator now. Let those feelings be your guidance system now. Not something that you have to suppress, but something that you have to express. So you allow expression. You allow your feelings to come out with beautiful words of expression, because they need to be heard. All right, there's something else happening here for the Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces too. Balancing up of your finances seems to be really high on your priority as well. And I feel like that's going to come in the next, it's not just 1 month they're saying here, it's 2 months. It's like it's going to take you that long to bring everything into the balance that you require for the next phase of your life. So if you are finishing a job or walking away from something, it's going to take you next month and the month after to bring that all back into balance, okay? If you're applying for a job and you're starting a new one, don't expect too much of yourself. You tend to give yourself that stress, so it's time to focus on dropping all the mental chatter around it, because it's like doing more is not going to get you there, okay? It's like doing less will get you there in terms of the thinking. So it's what we started with at the beginning, where I said about the finishing, and mainly because it's the swords, the metal, the the mental chatter has to slow down a little, and then the balance comes back, and you're able to work much more powerfully with that intuition that I've been talking about. So your ideas are ready to go. Your ideas are ready to go. You're wearing your heart out on your sleeve a little bit too at the moment, so there's a lot of sensitivity around the water signs. It feels like you need to protect that feeling just a little bit more too. So even though I want you to express, I want you to protect as well. So it's not like being that super insensitive to yourself and just, suppressing. It's about gently acknowledging that you're allowed to express what you feel and choose the right people to express to. Okay, so choose the people that resonate, that you understand are quite conscious people. Okay, not reactive. Okay, all right. So that's it for the Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And what did we have? Interesting. I'm just going over to the little card for you guys. Your little card that I picked out at the beginning. It's been really interesting because I said about waiting. The wait card's in this one. So don't be in a rush. Go steady, take it easy, but you're ready to finish. Okay? You're ready to finish everything. So just let everything come into balance over the next 2 months. All right? Wait. Interesting. Okay, those little cards. So I haven't done that before, so it's been interesting to see which one has come out, and it's lined up with the readings each time. I love testing the universe and spirit on all of this so that they give evidence that they're working with us, that energy's working with us. Okay, what are we up to? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I love doing these cards. I love it. Okay, let's have a look at what's coming up for the fire signs for the month of April. If you enjoy my readings, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Sometimes it's a bit hard to find that on YouTube, depending on how you go in. I think you have to have a YouTube account, but that's not hard to get an app for YouTube. So yeah, just subscribe. I love doing this, and if you love what I do that. Hop on and subscribe and like. Or if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, as they say. All right, so this is the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Can you guys feel the moon energy starting to rise? My cat did last night. He's an indoor cat. He was very demanding. He wanted to go outside. Okay, look at this one. This is good. He always wants to go out when there's a full moon. Yowls louder. Okay, fire signs. The one that I got for you in the center of your world is the Ace of Pentacles. So that says to me something big's coming. You've got the gold. You've got it in your hands this month. So this is for April. Ace of Pentacles for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you're receiving something big this month. Often that means a lump sum of money, but I'm just going to call it a lump sum of energy for your sign. So whatever it is that you're building on, looks like you can go for the gold this month. Okay, so April's going to allow you to have your ace card there. So now it's saying Tower. So we've got, not only do you have the big ace card, but then you've got the Tower card coming down as well. Interesting. So energy's being stirred up big time for the fire signs. What's this all about? Okay, all right, that's clear now. So you've been working really hard on your shadows. So your shadows are when things have been really negative. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's been a negative experience or an uncomfortable experience. And it feels like where you've had your losses or where you've had things taken away from you in some way, or emotionally you feel like you're deprived in some way as well. So there's an emotional feeling here of shadows from the past. And it came crashing down around you, feels like, during the month of March. So for some, that would have been big. That would have been big. It could be, for us here in Australia, it could have been people that have been involved in these floods. It could be people who have felt like everything's being stirred up, that they've gone into a great big divine washing machine. And but out of it comes your gold. So out of this experience, these are the gifts, if that makes sense. It's like you find out what you're made of, you find out who you are and what you're capable of and how expert you really are in getting through challenges or helping others to get through challenges. You're working on something as well. So that could be the extreme end of the fire signs, but I'm also looking at the other side of the fire signs. So some of you may be just on a project at the moment too, and you're really fine tuning all of this to get going in April. So you're getting gathering everything that you need. It feels like some will be working on artistic abilities or training up and getting new experiences. It does feel very earthy in some ways, so it feels very grounded. And it's really like you're bringing that grounding to other places as well. But I do feel initially there's been a whole heap of stuff stir up big time for a lot of our fire signs. You get very capable fire signs. It's like you're becoming really expert in a craft or in the environment too. So some of you might be out in the environment doing something to make changes there as well. So it does feel like, again, I want to say the word fertile. So April brings fertility or brings abundance to your personal environment. So don't be afraid to renew. It's like reset, renew, get started again. Get started again. And then the Justice card comes in here as well. We've got justice is going to prevail here for you, or balance. That can also mean, where I'm looking at it here, it could mean that you're balancing up your financial situation too. You may have a contract where some legal documents have to be signed. So that's building. It might be saying it's time now. The seeds are planted and it's growing. So it might be that you sell something or you receive something or you buy something. And it's a time of growth. So April is definitely a time where you can plant seeds and you can grow something. And it's like you've got everything now ready for that. Through your experiences, through your hard work, through your losses, it's just like all refreshing here. It's all, there's losses, and in some of that loss is pain I can feel for many of you. And you're recovering from that, but it's also showing you, it's really showing you what you're capable of, your spirit, the human spirit. It's really showing you that. So wow, fire signs, it feels like it's been a big time for you guys, but it feels like April brings it together and you can see the justice of it, you can see the growth in it, and that it's time. You've got the Ace of Wands, so all those ideas now, it's time to, you started off with this. So there's the gift on some level, whether it was comfortable or uncomfortable, but it does feel like you're really now ready to go. It's time. It's time to go. You've planted the seeds, everything's growing. So wonderful. Oh, and we've got to get your last little card that I picked at the beginning, that I've done for all the signs. Your little card. It's a purple one. And how nice is that? Finally, peace. That's the message for you guys. How nice is that? So that's it. I've done all of the signs now. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you hop on and listen to it. I'll try and get the timings and put in a comment. So you'll have to go into the comments to find it because I don't know that I can put it anywhere else. I'll put it in the comments once I've worked out where each one is, so you can just zoom in and have a listen if you haven't got time to listen to the whole everyone's signs. But it's a good idea to listen because we all know somebody else is a different star sign, so it's always good to listen. All right, lovely talking to you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.